The weight loss industry as a whole is growing, and it's growing tremendously. We have more diets, we have more weight loss systems, we have more programs promising you crazy results in the shortest amount of time. They're even promising you maintenance programs to help you accomplish and stick to your goals that you work so hard to try and get to. But yet as a whole, we are becoming more obese, we're becoming fatter. We're more likely to be obese now than we ever were before. What is going on here? I mean, if we're making more products, making more systems to help people lose weight, but yet we're getting fatter, something's not adding up here. The reason why we have this mismatch, this misconnection, is because we aren't addressing the actual issue, the actual problem. The thing that got us in this mess in the first place is what we do on a daily basis. Our habits. If we have healthy habits, we will become healthy. If we have unhealthy habits, we become unhealthy. Now, changing the habits is one of the hardest things we can do in our life, but it's a must, and it's something that we have to do. And the way you change your habits is through mastery. You want to master each part of your day. Master your fitness, master your eating habits, mastering your stress habits, mastering your sleep pattern, your rest, your recovery. All these types of things are things that you need to master. But how do we become a master? You see, a master isn't someone that knows 1,000 different moves. A master is someone that does one thing 1,000 different times until they've actually learned how to implement what they need to do and put it into their day. Make it work for them. Because all the information in the world, I mean, you can watch 1,000 videos on YouTube, read 1,000 different books. But until you start to implement these things that you're learning and picking up, you will never know how to do it. Because the way it works for the author, the guy who's doing the video, for me, might not work for you. You internalize things differently than I do, and I internalize things differently than you do. You need to try and implement it into your day. See how it works for you. And what's probably going to happen is it's not going to work so well at the beginning, but that's okay. Think about it. Think about the one thing that you are most proud of doing. The one thing that you excel at better than your friends and family do. When you started doing that thing, maybe playing a music instrument or writing or making videos or whatever it is that you do, when you started doing it, did you all of a sudden wake up one day and be like, wow, I can do it? Or did at the beginning you sucked and you stuck to it and learned how to do it and then you became a master? That's probably what happened. And we need to take the same thinking, the same strategy when it comes to your health. And the thing is that you've got to ask the question, what is one thing that I need to master today that will ultimately bring me closer to my goals? For some people, especially the people that say they don't have time, they need to become a master at time scheduling so they can make time to eat well, make time to exercise, make time to go to sleep on time so they can have energy, make time so they can do all that they need to do and still live the life that they want to do. So that would be something that you need to master. You need to work on this thing for at least 21 days. At least 21 days till it becomes a habit. For some people, it might be the way they eat. They eat too quickly. They're not conscious about how they're eating. So then they need to master how they're eating. For some people, they might eat the wrong food. So they need to master making better choices, food choices. So that would be their main focus to focus on and master today. So they can move forward and conquer the limiting factor, the one thing that is holding them back. So instead of trying to take the everything approach, the all or nothing approach, which will ultimately lead to failure, in fact, it leads to failure to 95% of people, because statistics show that out of all the people that manage to achieve their weight loss goals, only 5% manage to stick to them. 95% go back to the way they weighed because they didn't master their day, they didn't master what their habits, and they didn't master the things that they need to master in order to change what they do on a daily basis, and so they can stick to these changes for the rest of your life. So start to think about mastery. Start to question yourself. What is the one thing that I need to change today that will bring me closer to my goals? And continuously ask that question. Because once you've mastered the first thing, it's now on to the second thing. Ask the question again. What is the one thing that I need to change today and master today that will get me closer to your goals? If you consistently ask that question, consistently work on mastery, I guarantee you, you will transform your body, keep the results for the rest of your life.